Om Namah Shivaya. Hi friends, how are you? In this video we are going to learn about the biceps brachii. Okay. First, origin. The biceps brachii muscle arises from scapula by two heads, long head and short head. Okay. The biceps have two heads, one is long and one is short. First, about the long head. The long head arises from supraglenoid tubercle within the capsule of shoulder joint. Its tendon run above the head of the humerus and emerges from the joint through intertubercular sulcus. Next, about the short head. The short head arises along the coracobrachialis from the tip of coracoid process. That means from tip of the coracoid process, two muscles arise. One is coracobrachialis and another one is the short head of biceps brachii. Okay, next, the two heads join together in the distal one third of arm to form a belly that ends in a tendon, which gives off the bicipital aponeurosis. From its medial aspect, opposite the bend of elbow. This is about the origin of the biceps brachii. See here, this is about the origin of the two heads of biceps brachii. The origin of biceps brachii arises from the scapula. Okay, this has two heads, short head and long head. Okay. First, the short head arises from the tip of coracoid process of scapula. This is the coracoid process of scapula and the short head arises from the tip of the coracoid process of scapula. And next, long head. The long head arises from supraglenoid tubercle of sulcus. See here, this is glenoid cavity. Okay, at where the head of the humerus articulates. Okay, this is the glenoid cavity and this is the supraglenoid tubercle. This glenoid cavity, supraglenoid tubercle, infraglenoid tubercle, and the origin of the long head arises from supraglenoid tubercle of scapula. And next, these two heads of the biceps brachii units at the distal one third of the arm. Okay, and forms a belly. See here, and forms a belly. And this belly gives off a bicipital aponeurosis at medial aspect of the and opposite the bend of the elbow. Okay guys, this is the bicipital aponeurosis. Next, insertion of the biceps brachii. The biceps muscle is inserted into the posterior part of radial tuberosity by its tendon. A bursa intervenes between the tendon and anterior part of the tuberosity. Next, the deep fascia on medial aspect of forearm by its aponeurosis, we call that bicipital aponeurosis. The aponeurosis protects the underlying brachial artery and median nerve. See, remember that the structures that protected by the aponeurosis are brachial artery and median nerve. The aponeurosis protects the underlying brachial artery and median nerve. See here, this is the tendon of biceps brachii and the insertion of the tendon of biceps brachii is posterior part of the radial tuberosity. This is radial tuberosity. Clear guys? This radial tuberosity and the insertion of the tendon of biceps brachii is posterior aspect of radial tuberosity of radius. See here, this is humerus and this is radius and this is ulna. Okay, insertion on radius at posterior part of radial tuberosity. Now supply of biceps brachii by musculocutaneous nerve C5, C6 and C7. Actions. It is a strong supinator of forearm when elbow is flexed. This action is used in screwing movements such as tightening the screw with screwdriver. Okay, try once. It is a strong supinator of forearm. It is a powerful flexor of forearm when elbow is extended. It is also a weak flexor of shoulder. Okay, next, clinical testing of the biceps brachii. The biceps brachii is tested by asking the patient to flex the elbow against resistance when the forearm is supinated. In this act, the muscle forms a prominent bulge on the front of arm. Okay guys, this is about the biceps brachii. I think it is clear to you. If you like my explanation, please like, share and don't forget to subscribe and don't miss the notifications. Thanks for watching.